Hey, what's going on, Cool World? I'm Butter Cool, and this is RGA Presents A Cool Conversation. Today, we highlight an artist, a singer, songwriter, a creative, a dancer. She do it all. She got many hats. She also wants to be a brand ambassador of your brand.
Hello.
But with projects like Serenity and The Journey, she's showing her sultry side and also her songwriting ability. Today, we highlight Kiara. How you doing, Kiara?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me. I'm excited.
I'm excited too to talk about, have a cool conversation with you. But first, we got some drinks for us, so we're gonna toast first to having a cool convo.
Hello.
There we go. Good old wine, do the body fine. Would they be like this?
You gotta do the little one of those. Smell it.
Yeah. The grapes. All right, we're good. We want to see a drink. All right, Kiara. First, how you doing? How you feeling?
I'm good. I'm excited to be here. I'm having a nice Wednesday.
Yes, man. We in this beautiful place right here. This is a dope spot that you picked for us. Thank you for having us.
Of course.
First, who is Kiara?
It's a great question. Kiara, like you said, singer, dancer, producer, overall creative. I like to inspire people with my music, and I just like to have fun.
All right. Now, growing up, I hear that you grew up from a nice cold place. Mm-hmm. Like, sheesh. What was it growing up? What was it like growing up in Minnesota?
I like to call it the polar vortex.
The polar who, what, where?
No, for real. It's cold from like October to maybe April type
damn.
shit. And so I do not miss Minnesota at all. I miss my family, but Virginia is the weather I need. Yeah, definitely.
But all right, so tell me about your growing up in Minnesota though. Like, what were some of the influences you had in your household for you to become the person that you are today?
Right. I grew up with my mom. Shout out to her. I love her to death. But no, I grew up with her. And so, you know, the music in our household was a lot of old school R&B.
Okay.
Like Avant. We had some Keisha Cole. We had Ashanti, Beyonce. And so a lot of them, they inspire my sound now, I'd say.
What was like some of your mom's go-to songs when she's coming in the house like this? And you know that she about to play. Like, as soon as you walk in, like, damn.
Ooh, One Thing by Anne-Marie. That was
Oh,
another.
that's one thing.
Yes.
Yeah, my mom's had that. My mom's played a lot of Mary J. I ain't going front, but the Anne-Marie,
how
she
could I
bumped
forget
that.
about her? Mary J. Blige too.
Oh, you can't forget about the Queen.
I know.
One of the queens. You know,
For real. It's a lot of them.
Yeah, it's a lot of them. You're gonna be one of them too.
Thank you.
Now, when did you start singing?
I started singing probably like 6 or 7 years old. Like,
Oh, so this is in the blood.
oh yeah, for sure. And I have a few musicians in my family.
Okay.
But I'd say like theater is what kind of like shaped my identity too. Like my mom put me in singing, dancing, and acting classes.
Oh, she knew she had one on her hands.
Oh yeah, she's like, you're gonna be on stage. I'm like, all right, say less.
What was your first like theater role? What was you doing?
I think the first play I did was Annie.
What?
You know the show Annie. So I was in the chorus.
Annie, that's
though.
like a whole like. All right, I'm about to be a theater.
It's a whole production for
Annie,
real. I was in Annie. We used to put on like, so I can tap dance, I can do ballet, and so we would put on recitals every fall and every spring.
That's fire.
And so I was in those too growing up.
She was grooming you already. Moms knew what she was doing.
She did. She does.
Now, what's the difference between like the Minnesota scene growing up, and did you like how long did you been in Virginia?
So I've been here 2 years now.
Okay, so you're fairly new. So you're still getting
Yeah.
accustomed to everything that's going on. I'm fairly new out here also. So
Right. I think like when I first came here, it's definitely a good community, and like people in the music community embrace me, luckily. But I feel like the longer I kind of like see the Richmond music scene, it's really catty and like very competitive, which is fine. Music industry is competitive in nature.
Yeah, definitely.
But at the same time, it's just like everybody can win, like for real.
Yeah.
Everybody can eat.
So is that what some of the, well, we're going to get into like the business and whatnot later on, but I just want to talk about your upbringing and stuff like that. What influenced you? Was there any type of artist growing up that you've seen? I know you mentioned like Anne-Marie that your mom was playing in the house or whatnot, but were there any artists to you that you was like, maybe I could
do that too. Yeah. Number one is Beyonce, Queen Bee. I'm so heated that I couldn't see her in concert. She was just in DC.
Yeah, I know a lot of people went out there.
For real. They drove up there. They got to see her live. I just ain't got the bag for it right now. I ain't gonna front. So I couldn't go see her.
$1,400.
Like, I'm gonna need her in my face if I'm paying that much money. Like,
yeah. I need a feather to fall off her costume or something. I need something, a glitter, something.
But she's been in the industry for a long time, like since I was a little one, and so I've been able to see her grow, see her progress, and she definitely inspires me. So,
was there any other artists out there about dancing wise or theater wise that you probably took some of your thoughts after while growing up doing that?
Well, dancing, I mean, Chris Brown for sure. Like he's super talented. Michael Jackson, like I cried when he died. Like
I mean, we all did though. I ain't gonna front. We all did. I ain't gonna lie. I was in college at the time, and I was just like, man, it's fucked up, man.
MJ, right? Yeah, like my cousins and I would make dances to his songs. I would force my cousins. I'm like, no, we're gonna make a dance. Like I started choreographing at a real young age. Okay. I always had a passion for that too, and so like listening to music, it drove that creativity to like make dances and choreograph and all that jazz.
What do you consider more fun? Because being an artist is fun, being a dancer also, but also choreographing something that you can see somebody pop, 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 and kill it. Like that's even more fun also. So like, what do you consider like?
That's a good question. I think I'd say dancing. I'd say dancing. Yeah,
I did see some clips of your videos. I'm like, damn, she really can move though. I ain't
Thank you.
Over here swinging and shit. I'm like, all right. I'm like, okay. Like I'll probably twist my hip or something. I don't know. I wouldn't. I can't. I could two-step.
Well, I can help you out though. I'm a great teacher. So I can help you.
I'm stiff, bro.
I'll loosen you up. It's okay.
All right, I need to do some yoga.
Don't underestimate me.
All right. Now, growing up, what was some of your thought, or what was your thought process on becoming an artist? Some people get discouraged and whatnot. So were there any like self-doubt within yourself, or?
Absolutely.
So like, what was that process, and how did you get over that?
I think at first, that's the crazy part. I wanted to be on Broadway first. Like I told you, I come from a theater background. And so I'm like, I'm going to do all these plays, all these musicals. I'm going to be doing live shows every week. And then I think as I grew up, I realized I wanted to take more of a musical route. And it's so oversaturated, especially today. Like everyone wants to rap. Everyone wants to sing. And so I'm like, I'm not built for this.
It ain't even good. That's the thing.
That's the other thing. And then blowing up, like I don't want to sound like a hater. It's like, good for you. Do your thing. You started doing this like a year ago, and now like you taking off. Good for you. But it can become very discouraging when I'm like, I feel like my time is now, and I haven't reached the level I want to reach yet. So like the other day, I told my friend like I might not be doing music anymore. Like I get discouraged a lot, but I gotta.
Come on now, we can't
that's
do that,
what I mean. I didn't come this far
that.
to just come this far, so I gotta keep going. I got to. But it's a part of every artist's journey to be like, I'm not gonna do this anymore.
So what pushes you though? Like what gives you that nudge?
My family, like both my parents really support me, luckily, and they invest in me, whether it's like coming to my shows or buying my merch, all that jazz. Like they really do support me, and so do my friends. And so having that like good support system is what drives me to keep going. I'm like, I don't want to let myself down or let them down. They see so much potential. Like I can't quit.
I know they seen the potential when you did the show in London.
Right.
I know that was amazing. Look, I can see you already. I can see you already. Like you was like, make sure you mention London. Like yeah. So all right. I was gonna bring that up anyway, but like, how was that experience? First, how did that become? Like, how did that opportunity come apart?
So shout out to Soul Crystal. They're the ones who reached out to me. Like last March, I want to say, that saw my song By My Side, which is on my EP Serenity on YouTube. Yeah. She emailed me. Yeah, she emailed me. She's like, I love your song. I'd love to bring you out to London, do a little independent artist showcase. I'm like, say less. I ain't never performed overseas.
Word, especially in London. Like that's different. Like for real.
UK is amazing. Honestly, it's beautiful over there, and they really embrace R&B too. Like I didn't know that R&B was like a huge thing over there, but it is. And so, especially as like a black R&B artist, they love us over there. So
I can imagine.
I'm like, I'm gonna go back every year. So I went last year. I went this year. I'm supposed to go back in October. But I want to continue to build my fan base out there. And so Crystal really.
Some people say people blow up fast overseas though.
For real.
Some people blow up. They play their song up in Germany. That shit going triple times platinum
places,
and somewhere schnitzeldoodle somewhere. Some shit. Now, growing up as a creative, what are some of the hardships that you overcame?
Some of the hardships, I mean, it could be your own mind. Like if you don't have the right mentality.
Yeah, you did mention about self-doubt, which is kind of crazy because you've been on stage and you've done so many things, but I'm not going to make music anymore. Like,
right. Because I'm still not where I want to be. Like, this is not my full-time job. Like I told you earlier, I started a new job on Monday. Yeah. And so
we're going to get into reality in life also with the music and stuff like that. How do you balance that also?
And so I think seeing that how music isn't paying my bills quite yet, I'm like, is this a viable option for me? Am I talented enough? So that's one of the things. And then, like I said, just having it be so oversaturated oversaturated and everyone wanting to do it, it's like, how do I stand out? How do I like separate myself from the bunch?
I mean, I don't know. I think talent beats all, you know what I mean? Or hard work beats talent when talent is not hard, it's not working hard enough, you know what I mean? So, but I think with your drive, and even with people that's requiring your talents in London, like, I don't think you should be discouraged or anything or have any type of self-doubt.
Yeah,
you should
you're
keep
right.
that shit going. But as we do talk about like getting to the balance and whatnot, like, can you give some artists some type of insight on how do you balance it though? Like, because even though you still are getting booked for shows and stuff, how do you still balance that out though with the music life versus the reality life?
You got to be disciplined, like, and really manage your time the right way. Because, you know, say you work in your full-time job, who else is going to promote you other than you? Like, you better be posting on social media when you're not at work. Or even if you are at work, if you got time, you better post your little Instagram. You better be reaching out to brands. You got to, like, make time on the weekends to go out to these shows and engage with the crowd and network, all that stuff.
Yeah,
so,
what they
like
say, kissing babies.
Right.
You gotta go out there kissing, shake hands and kiss babies.
Rub elbows, shake hands, all that shit. You got to make time for. Oh, can I cuss on here? You got to make time for it.
Give a fuck. We out here. We outside, good.
You just, it's all about time management and discipline. Like, you got to be in the right mindset to put yourself first while also pay your bills. Like, you got to do both.
Because some artists, they get confused and think that since they're a rapper, this is what it's supposed to be. And they think they supposed to get money. And they like, hold on, I got to sign up for a BMI. Like, what?
Right, that's the other thing.
EPK, what is that? Like, and I'm like, bro, you don't know what that is?
Yeah.
Like, come on, somebody, they don't really know the basics to how to get money in the game. So I just wanted you to.
Like, I put out my first song in 2019, and I went into it like very naive. I'm like, oh, I put out a single, I'm finna blow up, it's over with.
I think we all went through that shit.
Like, I put my first single out, like, somebody sign me. Like, no, there's a lot that goes into it, and you really got to know the business to make sure you getting all your coin, like you said, register on BMI, and like, just making sure your shit is copywritten too, and like, you don't want to get your shit stolen.
That's a fact.
And so you want to cross your T's, dot your I's to make sure you straight at the end of the day.
Yeah. Crossing your T's and dotting your I's. So when you're writing these songs, what is like your process in the studio? Like, do you go there with the songs written already, or is it a feeling in the studio? Or
I'd say a lot of my songwriting happens outside the studio. Like, I don't really do songwriting sessions. I like to come there prepared, have my lyrics down, my melodies down.
I got 2 hours.
Right, period.
That's it.
And that's another thing when I say invest in yourself, like, you save so much money if you just buy your own studio equipment. So, like, I have a little studio space in my crib because I ain't got to go to the studio.
What's up? I got a verse or something.
Listen, you ready? I'm ready. And so I like to go in prepared if I do end up working, like, at an outside studio. A lot of my songwriting happens at the most random times, like in the car, or I'm watching TV and I'm like, wait, a lyric just popped in my head. Let me write that down real quick. Like,
I was about to ask you that. What are some of your influences while you're writing and stuff like that? Or
it's definitely real life. Like, of course, real life experiences inspire my writing. And so if
listening
I'm going
to these
through,
projects, I was like, oh, shit.
I've been through something.
What's his name? He fucked up.
I thought about that, just like really calling people out, like putting somebody's name in the song. But I'm not trying to be like Miss Petty Betty. So
you could and then have it bleeped out and have people like, who the fuck did she bleep out? What's her name?
That's right. You trying to be my marketing manager? You got
I
some good ideas.
I used to ghostwrite. I'd come up with ideas and stuff all the time.
Okay. I didn't know that.
We'll talk. Now, like, again, with the process of writing, well, when I was listening to these projects, two of them sound like you was evolving also as a woman and growing up in your relationships and whatnot. Right. So with the project of Serenity, what was some of your mind? What was your thought process basically going through that?
So I put that out in 2020. I was in a relationship at the time.
Okay.
And so I wanted to make like a little love EP, a little love project. It's all about how good this relationship is. It's hunky-dory.
He was the new flame?
He was the new flame.
Okay.
He was always by my side.
And
all that shit.
By your side.
It was kind of like a little love letter to the guy I was with at the time. And we're not together anymore, but there's no bad blood. Like, I still got love for him and hope he does well. But that was kind of like a project dedicated to him. Oh. And it was my first EP, and so I'm like, I'm gonna make it
it's like a female Bryson Tiller.
You know. And I think it's a lot different than what I do now because it's more neo soul, jazz influence, and so yeah, it's a feel good project.
All right, and then what's the process of writing with The Journey?
The Journey, it was more
The Journey away from his ass.
Pretty much, it wasn't even just
Fuck
about
you do,
him.
Bro. How you messed that up? You fucked the bag up
I'm
big
saying
time,
lost
bro.
a good one, but
you fumbled. You fumbled that shit, bro. Like, hold you.
And like, I don't want to sit here and act like I'm perfect because we both made mistakes in that relationship. Yeah. And The Journey is not just about him. It's about kind of like a series of guys that I've dealt with. Okay. And so like songs like Closure or Last Laugh, where it's like.
Yeah, I had 3 favorite songs that was on there. It was Love With Me, Dance, and Last Laugh. The Don't Be Bitter, Baby. I like that. That shit was funny as fuck. And Dance, because it had that classic sample. Yeah. And Love With Me, because of the island vibe. It just sounded like something I could hear on the radio.
Yeah, the
like
Afro beats.
Something that you could just play in your car, just be chilling. Like, that was a good vibe. So
thank you.
Those are like some of my favorite joints in there. What was some of the process though of Last Laugh? Like, that was dedicated to him, I'm assuming?
See, that's crazy because I wrote that song like 2018.
Like, you had that in the stash.
Yeah, it was like in the vault. Like, not everything is new on that project. But Last Laugh was about this guy I dated in college, and he was such an asshole. Like, oh my gosh. But I'm like, I get the last laugh. Like, you lost me type shit. Like, I gotta realize that. Baby. Yeah, you know, like. I'm not missing out on much. But in the moment, like, I'm over here boo-hoo-hooing about him, thinking like, oh, what did I do wrong, blah, blah, blah. But at the end of the day, like, for girls and guys and everyone out there, like, realize that you're the prize and you got to keep it pushing and you might find somebody better. Yeah. You know?
On those projects, what was something like your favorite tracks to you? Or what would best define Kiara from the Serenity track, from the Serenity EP?
Yeah.
And what would best describe Kiara from the Journey EP?
On Serenity, I think New Flame is my favorite.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's got like a sexy vibe, but it's still like R&B and it's still clean, but I still have that side to me. And then with The Journey, Love With Me is my favorite by far. Okay. I love Love With Me. So.
Yeah, that song is tough. I ain't gonna front.
Thank you. Thank you.
Now, at this time of the show, this is why I ask like random questions and stuff, but I always begin with a dream song that you would like to have.
A dream song?
Yeah, so if you could pick a producer to make your record, a person to feature on the hook, and one person to do a verse with.
That's too hard.
No, it's not.
Oh my gosh.
It's a dream song. Just one producer. Some people, we had one guy, he kind of cracked the code on picking producers and stuff like that. He was like, I'm gonna get this producer, but I'm gonna have this person do the drums though.
Oh, okay. So it's like a puzzle piece, right? Multiple people.
So he kind of cracked the code, but
yeah,
we being strict. We only saying you only got one, okay? One producer, one person on the hook, and one person to feature on the verse.
Okay, London on the track. He's the first person that pops to my head, and like he's done a lot of stuff for Summer Walker, and I love her too. Like she's got some really good music.
London do got some heat. You and him would definitely, y'all make some heat. So you got London on the track. Who else? Who you got on the hook?
On the hook, Kalani. I'll say Kalani.
Kalani?
Yes, my favorite.
I'm actually a tough
and then
question
like one of my dream collabs.
Who you got on the hook? It don't even got to be a rapper. It could be anybody else.
I'd say either Drake or Nicki. Some of them hard hitters. Drake or Nicki.
Gotta pick one.
I say Drake. I've been listening to him a lot recently, like his older shit. Like I've been in a Drake mood. I don't know why, but I have.
Light skin is activated.
Assemble.
The light skin captain has awoken his soul today. All right. If you could be a songwriter for one artist and write one song for one artist, who would that artist be, and what would be the name of the song?
Money Long. I'd want to write for her, even though she'd be ghostwriting for everybody.
For everybody else.
But her voice is so angelic. Like I just want to hear her interpretation of some of my lyrics, and it'd be called, I don't know, it'd be called The Wave. Hop on the wave or get left behind type shit.
Written by Kiara.
Hello.
Money Long, The Wave.
You got to narrate my autobiography one day.
I bet. I get my Morgan Freeman on.
The Wave.
I get my Morgan Freeman on.
Yes.
You know what I mean? All right. What is one random thing that people wouldn't expect from Kiara?
One random thing.
It's like I like hot Cheetos with grits.
We were just talking about this. I like a lot of shitty reality TV shows. Like I watch Love and Hip Hop. I watch The Ultimatum. I watch every show.
So people wouldn't expect that from you.
No, I feel like people wouldn't think I would watch that shit, but I do. I like it a lot.
Like I like ratchet TV.
I do.
I like that. It's entertaining sometimes.
Right, because I'm not messy and like I can't imagine myself on the shows, but yeah, I like to watch it. It's entertaining.
Next question is: if not music, then what? Excuse me.
That's a good question. I don't know. Maybe I'd be like the VP at like in sales or something, because I really like sales and marketing. I almost went to school to get my master's in marketing or like advertising, because that's something I'm interested in too. So yeah, being the VP of some company.
All right. So anybody out there, y'all looking? Future VP.
Hello.
She got her degrees. She went to school for all that, son.
Yes, sir.
All right. What are some of the influences you want to leave in this game?
What you mean by that?
What do you want people to remember you by?
Okay. Remember to like never give up on yourself. I want people to remember that I was very hardworking, and that I'm an optimistic person. Like when people say my name, I want people to be like, oh yeah, she's very positive. I like her energy.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Now this is the part where it's gonna be the hard questions. All right.
Oof. Okay.
Got a sweet bitch my throat.
Take another sip.
I don't drink like that.
I'm weak. Got you drinking today though.
No, all right, you ready?
Yes.
In the three-way dance battle, who do you have as the winner? Chris Brown, Michael Jackson, or Usher?
Michael Jackson. In
the three-way dance battle, who do you have winning? Sierra, Janet Jackson, or Jennifer Lopez?
Janet.
You better have said that.
Jennifer Lopez is crazy.
In this category, it's either bump it or dump it, meaning I will bump it, listen to it, or dump it. I'm not listening to it.
Heard you.
These two artists, bump it or dump it. Kalani or Beyonce?
You hate me. Your face. You hate me.
You see her face?
You see her face? I gotta bump B. Oh, I know.
All right, yo, all the Beehive, chill. We don't need none of y'all pulling up on the page.
I bump Beyonce. Right. I bump it.
Oh, you bumping Beyonce?
And I'm dumping Kalani. Oh. Yeah, I got a bump B.
About to say, because the stingers was going to be out. I was not ready for all the Beehives to come over here.
They stay out. They don't have to get ready because they stay ready.
Shit, I don't got nothing to say. All right, these next two artists, bump it or dump it. Her or SZA?
I bump SZA. I dump her.
Okay.
Yeah. We disagree.
That is a hard one. That's why I'm not answering the question.
Yeah, her vocally, I think, is better than SZA.
Her pen game is nasty too. Some people may not know that. Her pen game is retarded. Like,
that's true.
All right, these next two is kind of off the wall. I don't know if you Backstreet Boys or NSYNC.
I bump NSYNC.
Okay.
Yeah.
You better. Got my man Justin over there.
JT.
Janelle Monáe or Aaliyah.
Aaliyah. I bump her.
Bruno Mars or Darnell Jones?
See, I know more songs, more music by Bruno, so I bump him. I know. I gotta bump him though.
All right.
Don't say it.
Whitney Houston or Mary J. Blige?
Ooh, I'll bump some Mary J.
Nicki or Cardi?
I hate that question.
It's going to get asked. Every female needs to be prepared for that question.
I'm a bump Nicki though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I think when men ask girls or females who they prefer, Nicki or Cardi, it's like, oh, you that type of chick.
Right. Like, why you gotta do that to me?
Nah, I mean, that lets us know what type of female you are.
I love Cardi though.
That's not judging. And if anybody want to listen to a dope ass EP, what project should they check out?
Check out. Okay, yeah.
Check
out the journey. It's out on all streaming platforms, and check out my music video for "Love with Me." Mm-hmm. It's on YouTube. Came out on August 4th. It's amazing.
Definitely, Kiara, it's been a pleasure to sit down and have a cool conversation. Is there any future projects or any future events that you want us to listen to or be a part of?
Okay, I don't want to jinx it, but I'm gonna say it anyway. I'm trying to get Sean Paul to feature on Love With Me. I've been in touch with his management, so I'm hoping we can work that out. But I'm definitely gonna have another project at the start of next year. You know, hey, I'm trying to get him because you know how crazy that would be.
That would be insane.
But yeah, I got a single coming out this fall and another project coming out top of next year. So I better stay in tune. Tap in with me on Instagram at KiaraJ_17. See all the good shit I got working out, you know?
And there you have it. And that's the cool conversation. Kiara, it's been a pleasure. Let's have another sip on the way out.
Yeah. Cheers.
We want to thank everybody. Like, comment, and subscribe. And this is RJ Presents, a cool conversation. Cool.
Hey.